Hello and welcome to the video version of my journal. I'm Stephanie Rivers. Come on into the conversation. It's been a while since I've come to you live, but I thought it was very important to speak with you today, this month, as a matter of fact, because this is Black Business Month, where I want to showcase businesses who are prospering, who have successful business owners, who are collaborating. And many of you know that I have a small business, an emerging business actually. And I was chugging along until I happened to meet an individual who is a PR expert. And he and I, for the past 45 days or so, have been doing great things with building my business. And his name is Kevin D. Williams. So he's my guest tonight, but I also wanted to bring before you a few other business owners who he has worked with and just talk a little bit about what is his formula. What is it that makes him so successful in helping other people to reach their business goals? So without further ado, I want to bring to you Mr. Kevin Williams out of Wiley, Texas, is it?
No, Dallas, Texas.
Okay, Dallas, Texas.
No,
Thanks for.
nobody know about no Wiley, Texas. They know Dallas, Texas.
So I should just say the DFW area of
No,
Texas.
that's what Kelly would say. No, Dallas, Texas, Steph. I'm glad to be on here.
Well, thank you again, Kevin, for coming on because I know that you are super busy helping other people to reach their goals. In fact, one of my favorite, I guess, quotes from one of my favorite quotes is if you help enough people to get what they want, then you get what you want. And so, matter of fact, Zig Ziglar was one of the
Uh-huh.
people I used to listen to a long time ago. And I find that to be true. If people realize how much you can help them, then in turn, they end up helping you. We end up helping each other. And so I came across your business and decided that I wanted to work with you because one, you showed me that you had success with other business owners, and that was very important for me. And then after us just working together, not even 30 days, I saw an increase in customers, in prospects, in revenue. And so we are on track to do great things for the rest of 2025. And so, tell us a little bit about your business and your business model and what makes you so successful.
So, Stephanie, I think before we get into that, I think it's always important for people to know the backstory. And the backstory is I have failed at so much stuff that it has allowed me to fail forward. And if we go back to 2014, that's when we initially launched Team Vision LLC. And Team Vision was simply a it was going to be a marketing agency. The problem was is that I was still doing outdated marketing. I didn't want to like uh, adapt and change to what was coming down the pipeline, and that was technology. And so, here we are still putting flyers out on people's vehicles, and we come back around, the flyers are off the vehicles, they back on the ground. And for almost 2 years, I just could never get the business off the ground. And I remember one day, a good friend of mine, his name is Cordero Chambers, and he called me up and he said, "Hey, Coach, uh, you you ever heard of Toastmasters?" I said, "What's that? What, they meet for breakfast or something?" He said, "No, no, Coach. Toastmasters is where they teach you how to speak, and I think you should check it out." And I said, "Okay." And so I visited because when you looking to joining the Toastmasters, you have to visit a minimum of 3 times. And so I visited 2, and they were okay. But the third one I visited, I fell in love with it, Stephanie. It's called High Noon Toastmasters. And as I'm talking about it, I'm looking at all the different uh, awards and things that I received being in that club, because High Noon was a very distinguished Toastmaster club. It had nothing but winners in it. And about 3 to 5 months into the club, they were having a world championship of public speaking. And of course, me, I don't have anything to lose, so I signed up for it. I knew I wasn't going to win anything, but I knew I didn't have anything to lose. And I was going against a guy named Chris. Chris was that type of attorney to remind you of the those attorneys on the Netflix show called Suits. And he had went all the way to Washington D.C. that year to join the other 99 Toastmasters. Because when you do that, you have literally, beat out over 30 plus thousand Toastmasters worldwide. And so though Chris didn't win, it was the fact that he had the experience. And I had to go up against him in the club, because everything starts on the club level. And we both gave our speech, and the judges came back and said third place was, I forget who it was. Second place, Chris. First place is Kevin Williams. Now I'm standing there like, yeah, they make a mistake. It's just a matter of time. They go, oh, wait a minute. I apologize. We meant Chris, and it never happened. And so on the club level, first and second place goes to the district level, and the district level includes everybody in the state of Arkansas. And so again, it's our club and approximately 10 other excellent Toastmasters, right? And the judge comes back again, third place XYZ, second place Chris, first place Kevin Williams. Now at this point, I have to accept that I won, because I'm the only one out of our district for the state of Arkansas that's going to be going to regional, which is in Mississippi. And just give you the high level version, I went all the way to Mississippi and I didn't win. And the reason why I didn't win is because I was, what got me there wasn't going to get me there. And because I never shared my actual story, I was sharing a third person story. And the guy that beat me was Nolan Dillard out of Memphis, Tennessee. I'll never forget it. He shared his actual story. And he went on that year to Canada. And they was having a world-class speaking contest in Canada. And ironically, probably about 4 months ago, he and I reunited here in Dallas, Texas. He came to Dallas, Texas to see me. And he wanted just the knowledge that I did well. And I went on to continue to do speaking. And that's how I built Team Vision LLC. I built it from public speaking. And I'll never forget, Chick-fil-A in Arkansas gave me my first opportunity. Now here's what's crazy is, first of all, I'm a diehard fan for Chick-fil-A. So anybody got something crazy to say about Chick-fil-A, I will come get you.
I was about to say, so that's why you have an allegiance to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there in the restaurant on Markham Street in Little Rock, Arkansas. John Spence, owner operator, I'll never forget this. He comes up and he said, "Hey, Kevin, how you doing?" I said, "I'm doing good, John." He said, "You mind if I have a seat and sit with you?" I said, "No, come on, have a seat." He said, first of all, I just want to tell you, I love how you always recommending books to me on leadership. And he says, "I got a leadership training coming up, and I want to know if you would be interested in training my team." And I said, "John, that'd be an honor." And he said, okay, so I can pay you one or two ways. I can either pay you by a check, or I can, give you a card for $200, uh, a $200 Chick-fil-A card. Stephanie, which one do you think I took?
The Chick-fil-A card.
I took the Chick-fil-A card. Didn't nobody know all that. I just knew that that was my moment to shine, and I prepared for it. So I found me a professional photographer, brought him with me, and he captured all the pictures of me training the Chick-fil-A team, and then I was sharing it on social media. And before you knew it, a corporation called me and wanted me to come in and train their team, all from a $200 Chick-fil-A gift card.
So they wanted you to teach them public speaking, or what was the scope of what you were teaching?
Communication skills, just communication skills
Communication
on
skills.
speaking on and how, yeah.
So
Hmm.
communication is
Yep.
important in any whatever your business is, whether you're a service or product oriented, communicating what it is that you want people to know is most important. Yes.
If you can't communicate in a way that a third, fourth, or fifth grader can understand you, you're talking over people's heads.
Okay. So one of the business owners that you have helped to reach some of her goals is Kelly Brooks, and we're gonna have
Hmm.
her on. We've got a number of business owners that you've helped that have are going to just talk about what you've done to help them, and we're gonna start with Miss Brooks. So let's bring her in. Welcome to the conversation. So I think you're on
Yeah, I think you muted Kelly.
mute. So
Hi, thanks for having me.
no problem. So let us know a little bit about you, Kelly, and your business. Of course, is Kelly B Books LLC. What are you? Are you? So you're a writer. What is that? What you? Yes.
No, not exactly. So I don't do any writing anymore. We have a team of writers. What we do is we help you to become anyone that's an aspiring author, we help them to become a published author.
Okay, all right. So because I that's one of the things that Kevin has mentioned to me is that I need to put my story in writing. But how did you meet Kevin, and how has Kevin and Team Vision Group LLC helped your business? What?
So,
What?
mhm.
Go ahead.
So I started off, when I was promoting my own book, I would go to the book signing events, and everywhere I went, there were a lot of people that expressed that they wanted to become authors as well. And, I told myself, if I hear that one more time, I think I'm going to start a business, right? Because every business owner, every entrepreneur, they're problem solvers. So a lot of people didn't know what to do to become authors. And so I said, okay, I've done this before. And I heard it one more time, and I said, okay, I'm going to start a business. So when I started that business, it was really, I didn't know what to do to begin, but I knew that I was not the greatest communicator. So um, I saw one of those Eventbrite webinars, a free webinar that talked about communication, about networking, and things like that. And I knew I had to improve on that. So I took that, I signed up for it, and that's when I met Mr. Williams. Um, so it was wonderful. I had been working on my communication skills for many years, and he offered me the opportunity to do a one-on-one with him. And I said, I don't know if I want to spend that money on that. This is not a tangible thing. This is just coaching. So I was really hesitant. But he was pretty persistent. And eventually I said, okay, I'm going to spend the money on it. And so I did. I took the course. Mr. Williams taught me how to improve my communication, which I was really had been struggling with communication for many years. I actually had been going to counseling for it, just years and years of improvement because I have high functioning Asperger's, which limits my ability to communicate. So after I had the course with Mr. Williams, he later, even after the course, I said, okay, he had made his money. He's probably done. But he would send me networking. I'm not no offense to him, but that's just how that's how most businesses operate, right? You get the money, you do the task, and you're done. But he
Hmm.
would send me networking opportunities, different ways to promote my business, different ways to improve, even like audible suggestions. And I said, whoa, this gentleman is, actually cares about the success of my business. So the rest was history. Mr. Williams has been with me for about 2 years now. And from start to finish, I was able to almost triple, I know double, but almost triple my income, over 200 invoices now. I've been able to purchase a car for my mother. I know I don't want to brag, but I have to say this. Like, I purchased a car for my mother, first class flight to Kenya. My whole life, I mean, this economy has not been a detriment to my pockets, and it's because I was able to improve through the services of Mr. Williams.
And you know what, I think that listening to you, and I would never would have known that you had a an Asperger
Thank
problem.
you. I hide it well. Thank you.
And I think most people in have a problem with public speaking to some degree, or some type of communication setback to some degree. And
Mhm.
so it is just a matter of pushing through your fears and pushing through whatever that challenge is. And
Mhm.
just knowing that that doesn't have to stop you from doing what it is that you want to do. And that there are there's a formula to it that allows that if you take hold of it and you put the right people on your team, because I
Yes.
think that's what was my setback, was realizing that I can't do everything, even though I
Hmm.
am a good writer, and I feel like I'm a decent communicator. I still can't do everything, and so putting the team together is important. So and it's been 2 years, so I want to say congratulations to you. So you're
Thank
not
you.
only you have seen the benefits, but your family has seen the benefits of working with Kevin Williams. So
Yes.
is there anything that you want to add? We're going to bring Angela Vance into the conversation. She is the owner of Beyond All Your Expectations. So let me bring her on so she can talk to us about her business. And I don't necessarily like to tell people, but my multicast, I'm the producer, I'm the host, trying to get everybody in, and I need to
Okay. Well,
uh,
you asked me if there's something I'd like to add to the conversation. One of the things that I learned, amongst a lot of things, but I learned a lot of things from Mr. Williams. But I learned, most importantly, what you guys were discussing, promoting other people's businesses. And so even when we go to networking events, it's all about the promotion of another business, because you would be more likely to buy from someone if you were referred to that. And so that's one of the things he taught me. And when I go to networking events, I would, in the past, spend a long time pretty much doing nothing. But after learning from Mr. Williams, I'll hit it one, two, three, four, five people, 10 people, and I'm out of there. And it's just perfect for me because I'm not really social. I prefer to be at home. So using the skills that he taught me, networking, sharing other people's businesses, promoting their businesses, it's been really, really helpful in my success.
so if someone wants to self-publish, then they
Mhm.
can come to you for that. Can is your social media handle Kelly B
Active.
Books?
Yes, all of them are Kelly B Books. You can if you want to reach out to me or if you want to get in contact with our team, it's kellybooks.com, KELLIE, B as in boy, and then the word books.com.
All right. Well, thank you, Miss Kelly. So we're adding Angela Vance to the conversation. Angela, welcome. Talk to us about your business above, beyond your expectations, correct?
Beyond All Your Expectations, LLC. Yes, ma'am.
All
And
righty.
thank you so
So
much for having me, Stephanie. I appreciate it.
no problem. Well, let us know what your business is all about and how Kevin's Team Vision LLC group has helped you to be better, to make more income and have more customers.
Absolutely. And with my business and in a somewhat similar space as Miss Kelly, which that was quite inspiring. Thank you. I'm so fired up for the rest of 2025. Oh my goodness. I guess real quick, been working with Kevin and Team Vision for about a month now, so I'm really excited to see what the rest of this year is going to look like. I've had high expectations, but listening to Kelly speak, oh my goodness, now it's just way up there. But in essence, what we do is we support trauma survivors, just guiding their journey towards all-inclusive, comprehensive healing that really empowers them to discover their own light. And I guess initially, kind of what brought me into that space is myself. I've had, I guess, a lot of various types of trauma, specifically generational trauma, that I was trying to overcome. And just that long, arduous journey kind of ebbed and flowed. And as I was able to help other people through being a bit vulnerable about my own journey, that's kind of how all of this came to formation. And in essence, I had actually met Kevin through the Good Soil Forum this year, TD Jakes at the Good Soil Forum, and I was just blown away by all of the wonderful speakers, the presentations, and of course, Mr. Williams and Team Vision and everything that they had to offer. I can definitely echo a similar sentiment as Kelly. And when I heard about the price tag, my eyes got big like a cartoon character. And I was like, huh? What? Like, all right, Lord, you've put this vision, within me. And of course, you're going to have to pay for it. You promised beauty for ashes. And if I can help other people to bring out that inner light within them, then it was all worth it. So just kind of really collaborating with Mr. Williams along this journey has just been so profound because it's really helped me, in essence, to fine tune and really kind of dial back, I guess, my own. I have a tendency to be very wordy, and he's tried to rein that in. Like you need to be a little bit more aware of your words, a little bit more simplistic, if you will, just so that way you're really kind of catering to an extremely broad audience and everyone is very much so on the same, kind of wavelength that you are. So you're not losing people in translation. So he's helped me even just personally a lot so far. And like I said, this is really just the beginning of a wonderful journey.
That's I met Kevin during the Good Soil uh, presentation competition a couple of months ago. It was at the beginning of that, and so I too, I know that when I talk with people about my business, which I'm a certified drone pilot, and the services that my company provides, I I want them to respect my skill set. And so when I present a price point to them, I I expect for them to honor that I'm a skilled person and don't, be too alarmed that, if they have done their research, they know that what they want in the end results, the deliverables are worth the price. And
Hmm.
so when Kevin came to me and said, "This is, my price," I wasn't. shell shocked or anything, because I know I just try to respect people's skill set, and whatever they say is their price. If I feel like that's something that's going to benefit my business, I go with that. And so I do understand, though, you do have to, whether it's this economy or another, you have to watch what you spend money on and make sure it's the best decision for you. And so that's very important. But I think all what we are saying is that we um, we took the chance, we took the challenge of working with Kevin and his company, and it has paid off for us. And so that's one of the reasons that I wanted to bring us together, is because a lot of people don't understand, or they fail to realize that um, you have to challenge that change is a part of being in business. And so if you continue to do what you've been doing, you're not going to get anything different than what you've been getting. So you might want to you need to change the people that are on your team. You might need to change your processes. And so all that is important. It takes time and money. So
Can I say something?
sure.
So, Mr. Williams also taught us the value of our worth. Like, so what you're saying, I was opposite of you. I would, when someone said anything over $50, investing in myself, I was like, over $50 was a lot. And so after I spent the money, and after working with Mr. Williams, you get to know the value versus the dollar. And so even myself and probably the rest of you, I increased my prices, and not because not for anything else, but knowing my value, knowing, okay, this is something that can help people to get to the next level. And Mr. Williams helped me to see that. And that's when people start spending money on themselves.
Most Most definitely. So, Kevin, we're saying all these great things about you. Did you want to add anything before I bring in Miss Tony Estelle? And you're on mute.
I'll just wait until everybody had their opportunity.
Okay. Well, we're bringing in Tony Estelle. She's one of uh, Kevin's Team Vision LLC clients as well. And I do. We've got one or two other clients, and they're all women. So my question eventually is going to be, Kevin, do you feel like it's easier to work with women in business versus men? What is your take on that? But before we do that, welcome to the conversation, Miss Tony Estelle. Talk to us about what business you're in, how long you've been in that business, and how working with Kevin Williams helped you.
Thank you, Stephanie. I'm so glad to be here. So thank you for having me. This is just kind of really fun for me to be able to talk about my relationship with Mr. Williams. So my business is Macaron High Women's Wellness and Retreats. And I've been in business a few years now, about 2 years. And I met him at a group called 1 Million Cups Plano, where other business owners get together and present their business ideas. And it was my very first time talking about my business in public, giving a whole presentation. And I was very nervous. I was very nervous and very concerned about how I would present, so much so that I was like, I can't wing it. I can't go without my little cheat sheets and everything like that. So I needed a little crutch to help me get through with the nerves. And so the audience was very gracious, and Kevin was in the audience as well. And so afterwards, he asked how serious I was about my business. And I indicated that I was very serious. And so afterwards, we continued to talk. I noticed he had an Arkansas sweatshirt on, and I'm from Arkansas as well. And so we connected, homegirl. He went to a rival high school, from where I went to school. And so we really connected, really hit it off, and had some conversations. And it was just really wonderful and really powerful learning about him, his background, and then the services or really the support that he gives to business owners like myself. So it's been truly a blessing to have been walking alongside him, learning, because I'm very green, my background is in education. And so just kind of transferring my skills and my knowledge into this new business venture has been great. And it's been great having Kevin as a guide to help me. So,
So are you still in Arkansas? No, you're in
no,
the
I'm here in
Dallas
Dallas.
Fort Worth. Okay. All right. So what do you think? Well, before we get to that, we've got one more of Kevin's clients that we need to get to, and then let's just, for me, I think I said that is that I of course knew that I needed help getting the word out, and I have been, using social media over and over, and I just wasn't getting a positive response. I was getting like crickets basically from prospects. And then Kevin talked to me about how to tell a story, be a storyteller, engage people in a different way. And I was just amazed at the different response that I got from the same people that I had been reaching out to. And now it was like a brand new, like they were brand new people. I'm like, who are these people? They're like so responsive. We just want what you have. I'm like, oh my gosh. So it's just, being a great communicator is helpful in so many ways. And so I'm pretty sure that that is the story from Miss Marsh, but we're going to bring her in. Miss Marsh, are you ready? Because I don't see that your camera is on. Maybe she went away. So we're going to wait for her to come back. But Kevin, okay, I think she's coming on. So Miss Marsh, I'll tell you a little bit. This is out from what Kevin has told me, is that Janet Marsh has the only snow cone company in the city where she lives, in the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. And she was, I guess, having trouble marketing. And then once Kevin helped her to understand how to use that, then she has seen so much of a change that she, they would do like Snow Cone Tuesday or whatever, like Taco Tuesday, Snow Cone Tuesday. And she's running out of snow cones, she's running out of cups, she's running out of this. She's like, Kevin, you had to stop, you had to stop telling people to come get these snow cones. And so I just think that is so amazing. So let's welcome Miss Janet Marsh to the conversation. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to the
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate the invitation. I feel like I'm pretty brand new. I've been working with Kevin maybe coming up on a month now, and it has been phenomenal from day one. Um, so like the stuff you just mentioned, all of that really did happen. So I'm having to regroup, if you will, with keeping up my supplies and making sure we have everything we need to be open and be able to offer the customers everything, because we were selling out and a lot quicker than before. So Kevin, and I apologize. Everybody's referring to him as Mr. Williams. I've never referred to him that way, because he told me that I was like a mother figure to him. So I'm going to call him Kevin, because that's what a mother would say.
Of course, I'm sure that's not his requirement.
Yeah,
That
right.
right.
But yeah, I mean, he just, from even before we even met, I was impressed with him. Um, just doing the research on me. He, his first email to me after we spoke on the phone, he had done his research and he already pretty much knew my history. And I was very impressed with that. And I just had good vibes, from the day we met on up until now. He came in giving simple advice that made such a big difference. And it's just been amazing. And I'm, like I said, we about a month in, so I'm just looking forward to what's to come for the rest of our time together.
So before I throw it back to Kevin, Miss Marsh. So you own Snow Cone City. Do you provide this service during like events, birthday parties, family reunions? How can or do you have a storefront where people have to come get snow cones? How can we work with Snow Cone City?
Yes, we do have a storefront. We offer to-go packages that you can purchase to take with you for your personal private events, a birthday party, or just a summer gathering at your house. We offer those packages to go. We're also on Uber Eats as well as DoorDash, where those packages are available for purchase. And if you don't want to just come into the store just to purchase a single snow cone, those are some of the other services that we offer.
Okay. So if can we find you and everyone? Let's go back around. Once we'll give Kevin a chance to answer my question about how he feels about working with different people. How do you choose your clients, Kevin? What is it about us that made you say, I want to work with that person? Or maybe because sometimes we don't know what aura we're giving off that would make somebody want to work with us or not work with us. And then after that, if everyone let us know, how can people find you if they want your service? Go for it,
I,
Kevin.
I listen. I listen to the heart. Um, I always say you should have more heart than you do talent, because heart is what is going to keep you going. And I think you asked earlier. It seems like I work with a lot of women. I do, and it's probably a number of reasons. I can give you two for sure. Uh, I grew up around women, so I understand women, and unfortunately, I mean, I had some male role models in my life, but I never had a father in my life, if that makes sense. And so um, it's easier to it's easier for a man to work with a woman because there's no ego there, right? Typically with men, there's going to be the ego there, and it's unfortunate, but it does happen. Now, don't get me wrong, I do have some male clients, but majority of my clients are females, and believe it or not, more and more females are taking the role of entrepreneurship and business owners and things like that. And I mean, it would be great to see more men do it. I don't know what's going on, but you know, you just you work with what you have, and but again, it's all about the heart. uh if I just had to say, and don't take this the wrong way, but if I had to say my favorite person, it's going to be Miss Janet. Every time she talks, I get emotional because we're looking at someone 65 years young and out here doing it, and not afraid to make it happen. And so it's always when I'm working with Miss Janet, I'm gonna get, and I'm giving you all 100. Okay, so don't worry about that. I'm giving you all 100%. But
Mhm.
I have to always give Miss Janet 150 because I made a promise to take her in as my mom. And so uh, if the business failed, it's not because of her. It's because I failed the business. And it's the same thing with each of you. You're not going to fail your business if I'm involved, because I'm always going above and beyond to give value to you versus what you paid me for. And a lot of people have this conception that, so you mean to tell me I'm paying you $100 for to be on a Zoom with me for 60 minutes of your time? No, you're not paying me for my time. You're paying me for my experience. You're paying me for all the things that I failed at and then I figured it out. You're paying me for things that if you do this yourself, it's going to be a long journey for you. You're paying me for the shortcut to your success. That's what you're paying me for. And I think each of you that's on this broadcast this evening, and for those of you that's watching, when people when people try to nickel and dime you, that is not your client. We have it bad in our community. I see it on people posting on Facebook. Who can you recommend that's cheap to wash my car? I can't recommend nobody to you because nobody in my circle is cheap. Everybody in my circle are premium players, right?
Right.
Um, People go, Kevin, you know what? I want to sit down and pick your brain. No problem. Let me send you this link and you can pick my brain. When you click on that link, you are going to pay me. I'm not here to give you the free 99 so you do nothing with it. It's always been told to me, people who pay will pay more attention. I'm gonna say that one more time. People who pay will pay more attention. And we have to learn how to invest in ourselves at the level that we expect results. Each one of you have made a huge investment to work with me, and I'm gonna show up at the level that you should expect from me. Anybody on here can tell you, Kevin Williams is never late when he got to meet his client. Typically, I'm gonna always be 1 to 2 steps ahead of you. I'm never late. If I say I'm gonna do something for you, I'm gonna do it for you. You don't. Nobody on here can say, "Girl, I don't know," because he said he was gonna do something, he didn't even do it. No one on here will ever have to second guess if I'm gonna do something for you. Nobody. That's my core value is commitment.
Well, I thank you for that, and you're right. Every time you've gone above and beyond. I'm pleasantly surprised when I look on LinkedIn and I see posts for my business as well as your other clients, and like what Kelly said earlier, cross promoting other companies, other business people is important, and that's why I wanted to take this opportunity for Black Business Month for us to spotlight each other. So before we close out, let's just make sure that if someone sees this or sees the rebroadcast and they want to work with us, I know Kevin has worked with us on our pitch, our 2 minute elevator pitch. So just let's just say, tell us what it is that you do and how we can find you, whether what your social media handle is, or if you want to give out your email address or a phone number, just how people can find you if they want to. Let's start with Kelly. Kelly, how can we find you if we want to work with you?
So if you're a busy professional and you're an aspiring author and you want to take your brand to the next level, then you can become an author by finding us on www.kellybooks.com. KELLIE, B as in boy, and then books.com.
All righty, Miss Kelly, thanks for that. Angela, if we want to work with you, how can we find you?
At this point, probably the easiest way to find me, send me a text, phone call. I'm actually here in the Cincinnati, Ohio area, but I conduct virtual workshops as well as in-person workshops. It's 513-304-0627.
All right, thank you, Angela. And Tony, if we want to work with you, how can we find you?
Yes. Well, again, my business is Macaron High Women's Wellness and Retreats. and we help powerful women pour from overflow, not exhaustion. And so if you want to work with us, you can find us on Instagram, our website, IG, well, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of that. So you can find us on Instagram, Macaron High, MACARON_HIGH, and then just our website as well, www.macaronhigh.com. And that's MACARONHIGH, like the cookie.
All right, like the cookies. Thank you for that. And lastly but not least, because he's Kevin's favorite, she's Kevin's favorite, Miss Janet. If we want to get your snow cones at our next event, how can we find you?
Yes, probably the best way right now is through my Facebook page, just under Snow Cone City. Um, or you can send an email, snowconecity@gmail.com. So that's probably the best way. The website is under construction.
Okay. Well, we appreciate all of you again. So and I'm going to make it a point that if I need your service, I'm going to make sure that uh, I'm building my own Rolodex of services and product providers. So I will go ahead and let you know that I am uh, well, I guess I should say, most people consider drones to be remote control toys, but drones have revolutionized the way that we collect data. So TCB Drones helps people to build a stream of income as a certified drone pilot. We teach you how to pass the FAA Part 107 drone pilot exam. You can find us at tcbdrones.com. We've got events going on coming up, and we're on social media, all at TCB Drones. So that's how you can find us. So thank you, ladies, for taking out the time to be here. I'm going to say sayonara, buenas noches to you, and then I'm going to end with Kevin after that. So you ladies have a good rest of your week, and I look forward to following your success.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, Kevin, I just wanted to end with you because you said something to me um, that when you lived in Little Rock, that you and your sister, I think it was, or you said your sister used to have an event going on, and once you realized you did your research, so that's something that you have a tendency to do, and I guess it's important to look people up and see what are people doing. You found that wow, she was the one and only, or her group was the one and only doing that thing in Little Rock. And I think it's important for us to realize that we have stories inside of us. So I'm going to ask you to retell that, first of all. And then secondly, the reason is because we have stories inside of us. We have business ideas inside of us, but for some reason we don't follow through, or we don't think that they're important or that people would value it. But we have to follow through, and we realize they are valuable. Just go over that story that you said about you and your sister or her organization.
Mm-hmm. This is probably 12 years ago, 12 to 14 years ago. And this is when I was living with my sister, because I had got out of a real bad divorce, and it just kind of left me upside down. But they would meet at their house every Wednesday to talk about natural hair. And I knew that there was there was a movement happening in Arkansas, but it wasn't a movement that I never saw anybody doing it on a scale, right? It was just kind of like pockets here and there. And so I said, Kathy, I said, because every Wednesday be a new person come over and talk about natural hair. And I said, I'm gonna get y'all out this house. We got to find a venue for you all. And so at the time, it was this place called Medium's Art Lounge. it was a perfect venue because it was Afrocentric and all. I mean, it had the right atmosphere. And so we moved it to Medium's Art Lounge, and we called it Naturally Made Mondays. And the first meetup, there was probably about 30 or 40 women there. And that's how I knew that my sister was onto something. And I said, okay, now it's time to take this thing and put it on the stage. And so my sister was the very first in Arkansas to create a expo called God Created Me Natural. No one else had ever done it. And it was so successful that the vendors who had different types of supplies for natural hair, all vendors sold out. They sold out the product. And so I'm more of a visionary. If I can see what someone is doing and no one has ever done it before, I'm going to hurry up and execute you real fast. The same thing with you, Stephanie. When you told me you were the very first Black female to register a drone academy in the state of Texas, I know you didn't think a lot about it. You just probably said, you know what, that's pretty dope. I saw a bigger picture, and I said, I need to take and run with her now before someone else does it. And so not only are you the first to do to have a drone academy as a Black female in the state of Texas, but now you're going to be the first to do a drone networking event. You're going to be the first to do a drone workshop here in the state of Texas for Blacks, minorities, and women, right? And so I get a high off of that. I get a high off of people's stories and things of that nature. Someone had said to me before, they said, Kevin, you know what? You are the Quincy Jones of business, right? If you think about Michael Jackson was this cute little kid, right? At the time he was, signed on to Berry Gordy, but Berry Gordy just saw him as a cute kid could sing. But it wasn't until Quincy Jones got his hands on Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson became this musical icon, right? That became known globally. And so I just, when someone said to me, I said, I got to keep doing what I'm doing. And that is to help people go to the next level with their story, because no one has the same story. My job is to extract what is important in your story and make it powerful to make it profitable.
And that was what you have been doing, as evident by the other guests, that everybody, a lot of people say, I want to go into business and I want to provide a service or a product, but then they don't know how to separate themselves from other like businesses so that they can have an individual story. And you are a master at that. So on behalf of all of your clients, future and current, thank you so much for noticing that, bringing that out of what we offer. And so, yes, we're doing great things, and we do and I like that story about your sister, because you said to me one day, do you know there's not a group that focuses on Black people who are in the drone arena, and that we need to do that. So we are starting that we're doing mixers, we're doing workshops, we're bringing those people together who want to be professionals in the drone business, whether they want to be drone pilots or whether they want to help us to expand the Drone Academy. So that's a great, we're doing that now. It's not something that we're looking at doing, we're doing it. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and you are interested in becoming a drone professional, go to tcbdrones.com, and under the tab events, you can see what we have coming up. So that's it. Kevin, did you want to add anything before I let you go? I know you probably have.
I always like to give something away. So if you go to our website, teamvisionmedia.com and scroll down. There's a download that's called 5 Ways of Giving Your Elevator Pitch. You can download it. It's no cost to you, but once you learn how to perfect your elevator pitch, you will be ahead. You'll be 99% ahead of the only 1%. Or excuse me, you're going to be the 1%er of the 99% who don't know how to give an effective elevator pitch. So that's my gift to you.
All right, so I can go in and get that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So thank you so much, Kevin, for your time and what you do. And you're all over social media. So if you want to reach out to him, he's readily available. So we will see you in a couple of days in Atlanta at the National Business League Conference, where I'll be a national workshop speaker, and we're going worldwide with this thing. So thanks for that, and we'll see you next time, Kevin. Have a good evening.
All right, take care, take charge.
Thank you too for showing up tonight. If you've seen any of the business owners that you think you might want to work with, again, just rewind. They gave you their social media posts and or social media handles rather, and how you can follow up with them. And again, I used to do my lives once a week about social issues that mean a lot to me, and I still, do that. But when you're trying to get focus and bring your business to fruition and make it successful, that's what I've been focusing on, and it has really, really worked. And I would be the first among many, as you saw, that would endorse Team Vision Group LLC and what Kevin Williams brings to the table to help you, not a year from now, not 6 months from now, but it doesn't even take 30 days for you to see a difference and realize it was worth the commitment. Let's see, we have people in the chat room. Just says thank you for this, Clock Africa. And so thank you, Clock Africa, for being here. And that's it for tonight. It is Black Business Month. So go and support. If you have a Black business and you want us to highlight you, let me know. You can find out more about me at info at Stephanie Rivers, my name, info at stephanierivers.com. Thank you so much and have a super evening, a great week ahead.